It is a painful truth, but not everyone who smiles at you is truly your friend. As we grow older, we like to believe that the people in our lives care for us, appreciate us, and want the best for us. But sometimes, underneath polite conversations and familiar gestures, there can be hidden resentment, frustration, or even outright dislike. It's not always easy to tell when someone secretly harbors negative feelings toward you, especially when they mask it with kindness or civility. However, there are signs, subtle and not so subtle, that can reveal when someone close to you is not as friendly as they seem. For many seniors, social circles become smaller over time. Friends move away, family dynamics change, and the people who remain take on a greater importance in daily life. Whether it's an old friend, a family member, or even a caregiver, having someone in your life who secretly dislikes you can be emotionally draining. It can lead to unnecessary stress, self-doubt, and feelings of isolation. That's why recognizing these signs is important. Not to foster paranoia, but to protect yourself from unnecessary negativity. One of the clearest indicators that someone harbors resentment toward you is a pattern of dismissiveness. If you notice that a particular person constantly belittles your opinions, brushes off your concerns, or makes you feel as though your words don't matter, it could be a sign of hidden dislike. Dismissive behavior often comes in the form of subtle eye rolls, sighs, or constantly changing the subject when you speak. It's as if they want to remind you, without saying it outright, that your thoughts and presence are unimportant to them. While occasional distractions or disagreements are normal, a consistent pattern of ignoring or undermining you suggests something deeper. Another sign is passive-aggressive behavior. People who secretly dislike you often won't openly express their feelings, but they will show it in small, cutting ways. They might make sarcastic comments disguised as jokes, give backhanded compliments, or forget to invite you to events. Their actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time, these small jabs add up. If someone frequently makes you feel uncomfortable, as if you're walking on eggshells around them, it's worth questioning whether they truly have positive feelings toward you. Paying attention to body language can also reveal a great deal. Someone who dislikes you may avoid eye contact, cross their arms when you speak, or lean away from you in conversation. They may force a smile but lack warmth in their expressions. Physical distance, avoidance of touch, or a lack of genuine engagement can all indicate that a person is merely tolerating your presence, rather than genuinely enjoying it. People's bodies often give away emotions they won't admit with words. Another clear warning sign is when someone seems to take pleasure in your misfortunes. If you find that a person rarely offers genuine sympathy when you're struggling, or worse, seems amused or indifferent when things don't go your way, it could mean they secretly dislike you. True friends and caring family members feel empathy and want to support you during difficult times. But someone who resents you may not be able to hide their satisfaction when you face challenges. They may downplay your struggles or subtly imply that you deserve what's happening to you. Changes in communication patterns can also reveal hidden resentment. If someone once enjoyed talking with you but now gives short, cold responses or stops reaching out altogether, it could indicate that their feelings toward you have shifted. If they consistently take a long time to respond to messages, make excuses to avoid meeting up, or suddenly seem too busy for you, there may be something more behind their behavior than just a hectic schedule. While everyone gets busy at times, a pattern of avoidance suggests a deliberate effort to distance themselves from you. Perhaps one of the most painful signs that someone secretly dislikes you is a lack of respect. They might interrupt you frequently, dismiss your values, or treat you as though your experiences and knowledge are outdated or irrelevant. Some people, particularly younger family members or acquaintances, may develop a patronizing attitude towards seniors, acting as if they know better and disregarding your opinions. Disrespect doesn't always come in the form of outright insults. It can be woven into everyday conversations in ways that slowly chip away at your sense of worth. It's important to trust your instincts. If you constantly feel drained, uneasy, or undervalued after spending time with someone, those emotions are worth paying attention to. You may not always be able to prove that someone dislikes you, but your feelings can often sense what your mind tries to rationalize away. Instead of dismissing these signs, it's essential to acknowledge them and consider what actions you need to take to protect your emotional well-being. Recognizing that someone close to you secretly harbors negative feelings can be upsetting, but it is also empowering. It allows you to make informed choices about who you spend your time with, who deserves your energy, and who is truly there for you. As you navigate relationships in your later years, surrounding yourself with people who genuinely respect, appreciate, and care for you should be the priority. Life is too short to waste on those who secretly resent your presence. Coming to terms with the fact that someone in your life secretly dislikes you can be painful. It is especially difficult when that person is a family member, a longtime friend, or someone you have trusted for years. But ignoring the problem won't make it go away. Once you recognize the signs of hidden resentment, the next step is deciding how to handle the situation in a way that protects your emotional health. The first thing to consider is whether you want to address the issue directly. Some people prefer to confront the person and ask them outright if there's a problem. This can be helpful in cases where misunderstandings may have played a role. It is possible that the person's behavior has nothing to do with you personally. Perhaps they are going through something difficult in their own life and are acting out in ways they don't realize. A calm, honest conversation can sometimes clear the air and lead to a better understanding. However, not all situations benefit from direct confrontation. Some people will never admit to their feelings, and others may respond defensively or even deny that anything is wrong. In cases where you sense that a conversation would only lead to more tension, it may be best to take a step back and observe from a distance. Instead of engaging in arguments or trying to force a resolution, focus on setting boundaries that protect your well-being. One of the most effective ways to deal with someone who secretly resents you is to limit your interactions with them. You don't have to completely cut them out of your life, especially if they are a family member or someone you see regularly, but you can control how much time and energy you give to them. If their presence makes you feel drained, anxious, or undervalued, it's okay to take a step back. Spend less time engaging in deep conversations with them, avoid seeking their approval, and prioritize relationships that bring positivity into your life. Another important step is to shift your focus away from trying to change the person and instead invest in your own happiness. When you realize that someone dislikes you, it's easy to obsess over why they feel that way or what you might have done to cause it. But the truth is, you are not responsible for someone else's resentment. People dislike others for all kinds of reasons, sometimes out of jealousy, personal insecurity, or simply because their personalities don't align with yours. Instead of dwelling on their negativity, put your energy into the relationships that truly matter. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and appreciate you is one of the best ways to counteract the effects of being around someone who harbors resentment. Whether it's close friends, supportive family members, or even new acquaintances who share your interests, choosing to spend time with those who genuinely value your presence can make a world of difference. When you feel respected and appreciated, the opinions of those who secretly dislike you become much less significant. Taking care of your mental and emotional health should always be a priority. If dealing with a difficult person is causing you stress or affecting your sense of self-worth, it may be helpful to talk to someone you trust about the situation. A close friend A counselor, or even a support group can provide reassurance and guidance on how to navigate challenging relationships. Sometimes, just saying things out loud and hearing an outside perspective can help bring clarity to the situation. Letting go of resentment on your end is also essential. While it is frustrating and hurtful to know that someone dislikes you, carrying anger about it only adds to the negativity in your life. You cannot control how others feel, but you can control how you respond. Choosing to let go of resentment, whether through self-reflection, journaling, or even practicing forgiveness, allows you to move forward without bitterness. In the end, life is too short to waste time on people who do not value you. Your later years should be filled with joy, peace, and meaningful relationships, not stress over people who cannot see your worth. Recognizing the signs of hidden resentment is not about becoming suspicious of everyone around you. It's about learning to prioritize your happiness and surrounding yourself with those who genuinely appreciate and respect you. The best way to live well is to focus on the people and experiences that bring you true joy, leaving behind those who do not deserve a place in your life. Letting go of toxic relationships and prioritizing your emotional well-being is one of the most liberating decisions you can make. In your senior years, every moment is precious, and the energy you invest in others should be reciprocated with kindness, respect, and appreciation. There is no longer room for pretending, for tolerating negativity, or for forcing connections that drain rather than uplift. The truth is, life is far too short to spend your time around people who secretly dislike you. Instead of allowing their hidden resentment to take up space in your heart and mind, it's time to fully embrace the relationships and experiences that bring you true happiness. One of the biggest challenges in dealing with someone who secretly dislikes you is accepting that you may never truly understand why. Some people carry grudges they will never explain. Some feel envy or resentment for reasons they themselves may not even recognize, and others simply do not connect with you on a deeper level. Trying to figure out why someone harbors negativity toward you can become an exhausting and futile pursuit. At some point, you must stop searching for answers and instead accept that not everyone is meant to be part of your journey. It is important to remind yourself that someone else's resentment is not your burden to carry. You cannot control how others feel about you, nor should you try. No matter how kind, patient, or accommodating you are, some people will always find a reason to dislike you. It is not your responsibility to change their perspective or to convince them of your worth. Your only responsibility is to live your life in a way that brings you peace and fulfillment. If there is someone in your life whose presence makes you feel small, unappreciated, or emotionally exhausted, consider how much access you want to continue giving them. Distancing yourself from toxic people does not mean you have to engage in dramatic confrontations or cut ties completely. Sometimes, it simply means choosing to spend less time with them, keeping conversations brief and surface level, and redirecting your energy toward relationships that feel warm and genuine. Focusing on what truly matters is the best way to rise above negativity. Spend time with those who bring joy into your life, those who laugh with you, support you, and remind you of your worth. Nurture friendships that are built on mutual respect and appreciation. Engage in activities that bring you happiness, whether it's pursuing hobbies, traveling, or simply enjoying a peaceful morning with a cup of tea. The more you invest in a positive and fulfilling life, the less room there will be for the negativity of others. Forgiveness can also be a powerful tool in freeing yourself from resentment. This doesn't mean you have to welcome negative people back into your life with open arms or pretend that their actions didn't hurt you. Instead, it means making the choice to let go of the anger, bitterness, or sadness they may have caused. Holding on to resentment only keeps you tied to their negativity, while releasing it allows you to move forward with lightness and peace. You don't have to tell them you forgive them. You don't even have to interact with them again. Forgiveness is something you do for yourself, not for them. One of the greatest lessons in life is learning that not everyone is meant to stay. Some people come into our lives for a season, and when their time is up, it is okay to let them go. There is nothing wrong with recognizing that certain relationships have run their course, and that walking away is sometimes the best thing you can do for your well-being. The more you let go of toxic connections, the more space you create for new, meaningful relationships to enter your life. As you grow older, your time becomes more valuable than ever. You deserve to spend your days surrounded by kindness, by warmth, and by people who cherish your presence. Let go of those who bring you down, and embrace the freedom that comes with prioritizing your own happiness. You have spent a lifetime giving to others, caring for family, maintaining friendships, and being there for those who needed you. Now, in this chapter of your life, it is time to surround yourself with those who truly see and appreciate you. So if you've made it this far, I hope this has given you something to think about. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up with more discussions on relationships, personal growth, and living your best life in your golden years. Take care, stay positive, and remember, you deserve to be surrounded by love and respect always